What faith are you, by the way?
Senator, I am Protestant,
Okay.
non-denominational.
Okay. Could you fairly judge a Catholic?
Senator, I have a record of
I think the
fairly
answer would be yes.
judging everyone.
I believe you can. I'm just asking this question because how important is your faith to you?
Senator, personally, my faith is very important. But as you know, there's no religious test in the Constitution under Article 6, and
There will be none with me.
It's very important to set aside one's personal views about things in the role of a judge.
I couldn't agree with you more, and I believe you can. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how faithful would you say you are in terms of religion? You know, I go to church probably 3 times a year, so that speaks poorly of me. Or do you attend church regularly?
Well, Senator, I am reluctant to talk about my faith in this way just because I want to be mindful of the need for the public to have confidence in my ability to separate out my personal views.
Well, how would you feel if a senator up here said, your faith, a dogma lives loudly within you, and that's of concern? How would you feel if somebody up here on our side said, you know, you attend church too much for me, or your faith is a little bit different to me, and they would suggest that it would affect your decision? Would you find that offensive?
Senator,
I would if I were you. I found it offensive when they said it about Judge Barrett. The reason I ask these questions is I have no doubt that your faith is important to you, and I have zero doubt that you can adjudicate people's cases fairly if they're an atheist. If I had any doubt, I would say so. But the only reason I mention this, Judge, you're reluctant to talk about it because it's uncomfortable. Just imagine what would happen if people on late night television called you an effing nut, speaking in tongues because you've practiced the Catholic faith in a way they couldn't relate to or found uncomfortable. So, Judge, you should be proud of your faith. I am convinced that whatever faith you have and how often you go to church, it will not affect your ability to be fair. And I just hope going in the future that we all can accept that, and that Judge Barrett, I thought, was treated very, very poorly. So I just wanted to get that out. Let's talk about family. Do you know Janice Rogers Brown?
yes, I do know her.
How do you know her?
She was a judge on the court that I now serve. We didn't overlap, and I'm struggling to remember whether I ever met her, but she was a judge on the circuit court.
Right, and you were a district court judge, is that right?
I was, but I don't know whether she had
I think you were.
retired at the
Are they in the
time.
same building?
They are in the same building.
Okay.
They are.
So you really don't know her?
I know of her, yes.
Okay. What do you know of her? What's her reputation?
I know that she's a very well-respected judge on my circuit.
Okay. And in terms of family, she was the daughter and granddaughter of sharecroppers. She was raised in Alabama under Jim Crow. Despite this adversity, she put herself through law school as a single working mother. That's pretty impressive, isn't it?
Yes, Senator.
Your background is very impressive. You seem to have a great family. If family mattered, we would not have done to her what was done to her here in the United States Senate. Do you realize that she was filibustered for 2 years when she was appointed to the D.C. Circuit?
I didn't know that.
Did you know that Joe Biden actively filibustered Janice Rogers Brown?
I did not know that.
Did you know that he told Face the Nation, if Bush nominates her for the Supreme Court, I can assure you that would be a very, very, very difficult fight, and she probably would be filibustered. Is that news to you, too?
Yes.
Okay.